Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year. We now know when the date of the new Zombies map is going to be coming out. The Reckoning coming out August 7th. We got some... I don't know. The title looks funny to me just because it kind of looks like something I'd see on like Photoshop. So, yeah, it's a clean logo. The Reckoning final DLC coming out within the first week of August. We also have some gameplay. Presumably, we're going to be flying into the map, which is like the most Warzone thing I've ever seen. But then we've got this like disc wonder weapon gun. I don't even know if that's a wonder weapon or if that's like a new weapon. I'm not totally sure. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like, it's basically just a little bit of gameplay. And I basically just asked for everybody's thoughts, and a lot of people are just like, it's kind of looking bland. I love seeing more Warzone mechanics. Expectations are low. And then some people are saying it's shaping up to be the best VO6 map. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, when I look at this, it just kind of looks like an Outbreak experience. Now, it does kind of give me some 5 vibes for sure. And obviously some Forsaken vibes from Cold War. But I don't know how I'm going to feel about this DLC when it comes out. This is the final Black Ops 6 Zombies map experience. And, yeah, I'm not totally sure what else they're going to be bringing in. They have a combat bow support weapon, which nobody really liked in the Cold War as far as I know. A Mr. Peaks field upgrade. For some reason, I'm only certain they did that because of the community on Twitter. And look at this. This looks like Exo Zombies here. We got like Klaus coming out. The zombies can fly. I don't know how this is gonna go, bro. This does not seem like it's gonna go down well. But then also what's crazy is the Reckoning is not going to be bringing in a new perk. So whatever we got in Shattered Veil, Double Tap, was our final perk for Black Ops 6. There's no Mule Kick in this game. There's no Widow's Wine in this game. I think the game in and of itself is already too easy, right, with the inclusion of Double Tap. But honestly, I know a lot of people are definitely upset that there is no new perk as well. And then here you have the Mr. Peaks field upgrade with all of the augments that I think the blog will be talking about. It's kind of weird because it looks like they put a monkey bomb in as a field upgrade. And I don't know how to feel about that because that could potentially be one of the most overpowered ones. And then here we have the wonder weapon called the Gorgafex. Now, people are comparing this to the Kenny gun. Bro, this has me dying, bro. It actually looks the exact same. So it kind of looks like a pistolized version of the Apothicon Servant. Even like the way that it reloads, and we actually have a GIF here of how it like grabs in that little pod and then uses it. And it kind of looks like a Ray Gun Mark III when it shoots out. Like, you can't really tell what it does here, but it shoots out a blast that like concusses the zombies. To me, I'm a little worried about this because it seems like it's going to be weaker than the Apothicon Servant, right? But then it also seems like it's going to be doing a lot less damage, you know? Now, I mean, let's get actually into the blog here. So here we are. We actually are, again, going back to Liberty Falls. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's redacted. I'm just going to skip the redacted stuff because honestly, it ain't really that big of a deal. So it is coming out at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is pretty good to know. And then also, here we go. New elite enemy, the Uber Klaus. So he is an enemy. So essentially, we're getting the Panzer Soldat, but if Klaus was in it. I honestly think, you know, that's not too bad. I think if the lines are funny, it could be good, but it's definitely a hit or miss idea for sure. The secret research and development project of Janus appears to have been more evolved than originally thought, developing many more robots in the Klaus assembly lab than first anticipated. So yeah, it's got a bulky exoskeleton that maintains a cocky attitude, right? So I really hope that we see that. Like some funny lines from Klaus to actually make it another Panzer Soldat be worthwhile at this point. Enemy takedown tactics are unknown. So obviously we're going to have to figure out. It kind of looks like these two things on its backpack are like shield generators. So maybe it will have some sort of armor system that we have to fight against. Hopefully they don't spam too many of these two, like in the higher rounds. We'll have to see. And then we actually have a new enemy type, the Red Mist Descends Robots Dispatch. So essentially, these robots are all Klaus. The enemies in this map are all Klaus, which I find interesting. They're all going to be able to fly and self-destruct. Oh, man. I don't know how to feel. That could be really bad. The high rounds on this map could be extremely difficult. And I'm wondering that, like, even regardless of the new Wonder Weapon and stuff, I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be going back to mutant injection strategies. And then here we go. We have the Wonder Weapon here. Pretty charred experimentation notes discovered on microfiche indicate the existence of a bioetheric armament. So obviously, it's on a play of Apotheon Servant, like kind of like a ray gun pistol, and then put together, that's what you have with the Gorg effects here. Again, I kind of like that they're just sticking to one Wonder Weapon. I hope it's really powerful. This is something that, again, there's not many upgrade variants and stuff, so I hope at least it's going to be somewhat good. So it fires what appears to be a slug. On impact, this inflicts a dense area of direct damage. Okay, the damage impact varies depending on whether the user charges the attack. Okay, so it's a charging Wonder Weapon. Shortly after impact, the energy from a fully charged blast dissipates outward. Okay, so it's like a charging weapon, and based on that AoE, it will do a certain amount of damage. The dissipation seems to be causing a focused temporary gravitational anomaly, catching and incapacitating enemies to float. Okay, so I'm assuming they put that in because of this new robot enemy, so that the AoE is going to be able to take out these flying robot zombies from like the top and the bottom. That is going to be definitely interesting here. And then we have our Easter egg reward, just like a skin of gray. I heard a lot of people on Twitter talking about the significance of these vials. It's just so funny to me. I don't know. We're still talking about vials ever since Black Ops 3, bro. And then, yeah, the main quest obviously will be available. You get a bunch of different stuff. The mid-season will have the directed mode and all that. And then here we have, what is this? This is like some sort of, what is that? Caster turrets? So there's a couple other things. Unstable gravity. So there's going to be areas that are like DE where are going to have a little bit less gravity than normal. I hope that's actually fun to use. Using failsafe experimentation with the etheric energy, Project Janus scientists have developed a means of instantly transporting organic and inorganic material. Okay, so teleporters are coming back, and then we have anti-gravity personnel launchers. So I'm wondering if that's kind of like the Wonder Spheres, the ability to jump from one location to another. So that's kind of like Wonder Spheres in a way, right? And then lore and intel, additional gameplay. And then we got some grief mode. And then, yeah, we already know about the directed mode. We got cranked. Combat bow, a lot of this stuff I don't really care about. I'm not really big into LTMs. Like, the last time I actually loaded up Black Ops 6, I checked on Steam, was April 19th. It is now August 29th, you know, or July 29th, I should say. And yeah, it's crazy that, like, it's really just for the DLC updates that I've been playing this. Okay, so Mr. Peaks, he basically is a monkey bomb. Distracting Bunny busts out the moves and bashes undead brains. Okay, so he's a little bit more than a monkey bomb. He's kind of like a homunculus then in that regard. So let's see what the major augments do. Becomes the life of the party, attracting zombies to him before he detonates an ether pulse. Okay, so a monkey bomb kind of. Arcane Fury's become a master of the elements, enhancing his regular damage with random ammo mod. Okay, that could be pretty powerful depending on how it works in game. Mr. Peaks focuses all attacks on the strongest nearby enemy other than bosses. For example, Uber Klaus would be targeted over regular foes. Okay, so that could be pretty powerful. Again, I'm going to definitely have to run this in-game. I didn't even unlock, like, Shatter Blast or any of the other ones. Like, I just have no clue what's been happening. Okay, and then the minor ones, increases the radius. That's all right. Increases the dance duration. Okay. It's good to have around mystery box locations. You get a free box spin. Okay, that one kind of doesn't seem that great. So, I mean, yeah, this is pretty much the final season for Zombies. There may be another season for this game. I think Black Ops 6 is going to have a 6th season. But this is really the final season for Zombies content. And to be honest, I think this hopefully delivers a good enough conclusion to bring Primus into the game. I think I do agree with, like, a lot of the people on my comments here, where a lot of this stuff doesn't really, like, make me feel anything for sure. I think there's a lot of cool things that they're adding into a new zombies map that's never been before done, like the parachutes and stuff, and, like, we're getting some sort of, like, exo-zombies type of enemy. But again, it's nothing that I feel like we haven't already seen. And so that's why I definitely just am more excited to see, like, the ending cutscene of this map, I would say, more than anything. And yeah, a lot of people are just upset that the Warzone stuff is here. Super misleading marketing. In a way, I can understand that, because they did kind of make it seem like it was going to be very reminiscent to like a Black Ops 1 map. And here we have some more gameplay as well, just showing that, I mean, it does look like a BO1 map, like visually. You do have like the BO2 type of Panzer in here. You got like a bunch of different stuff with like the BO3 sort of Apothicon Servant weapon. So again, my expectations are kind of just like mid right now. I'm glad we're finally getting a new Wonder Weapon though. I think it has been long overdue that we had the Ray Gun Mark IIs and then the Ice Staff, and then we also had the Jet Gun. Like, really our last original Wonder Weapons were the swords in Citadel de Mort, which is insane because it's like technically that's not even original. That was done in a custom zombies map before. So it's like, wow. Yeah, I'm not totally sure how to feel about this, but I do hope that the conclusion of Black Ops 6 Zombies is at least something enough to get us talking about.